And no matter what you make, you'll never have enough. All for the cake, then Uncle Sam come take a massive cut. The ignorance is bliss.
You can hear it.
Words of wisdom.
Ration up. I ain't got much experience on the workforce. For everything I have, I had to work for. For rich or for poor, for solace or turmoil. Lose it all and get it all back. Feel like it's worth more.
Come on with it. We on.
So my brother KC say he wanted to shout out, bring that song on. Shout out Don Tripp is the artist, and you said the song is called Words of Wisdom.
Encouraging words.
Oh, encouraging words. Encouraging
man. He say, hold on.
People say
Hold
you
on.
poor if all you got is your money. But you ask me, something's better than nothing. And slow money beats no money if we're being honest. You can dedicate your whole life to your employer. They lay your ass off, now you filing for unemployment. And sometimes the job won't give your ass a fair warning. Your badge just stop opening doors the next morning. Or you can start your own shit and be self-employed. But then you work 24/7 because it's yours. It ain't quite a walk in the park for entrepreneurs. And sometimes it takes lifetimes for the reward. A couple months of low income, you feel destroyed. You're more likely to file bankruptcy than make Forbes. No matter how you cut it up, that's good and that's bad. Either way, you better get off your ass and go and get some money.
Oh, that's why you felt that, the entrepreneur part. Hey, that's more for replay. That entrepreneur part was hard.
Hey, man, because you can work your whole lifetime. What do you say? You work 24/7 because it's yours. And sometimes you wait a lifetime to see your rewards. Man, a couple bad months and how you feeling destroyed. Man, come on, man. You more likely to file bankruptcy than make Forbes.
But you know what he said before that?
What's that?
He was talking about working for somebody your whole life just to get unemployed.
Come on.
So then he like you're an entrepreneur, so you can do it your way. But he said, man, that shit ain't easy. You know what I mean? So which one you gonna go for?
Either way you look at it, there's good and there's bad. But either way it go, you got to get off your ass and go and get some money. Yeah, hey, that song right there, I can play that song 20 times over, bro.
Yeah.
I can play that song 20 minutes. Hold on. Before we go there, man, get the intro, Pete.
Oh. hey, we a little rusty, ain't it?
Hey, man, get the intro, Pete. God damn.
Hey, man. Hey, well, welcome to another episode, live episode, almost like welcome back episode, if you will, of No Cap Live.
Season 3 premiere.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The season 3 world premiere. We don't got the you know what I'm saying? But there it is right there, man. The season premiere, world premiere of season 3, No Cap Live, with yours truly. That is KC. I'm Coach P, and this is No Cap Live, and we will be bringing you words of wisdom. We will be bringing you words of encouragement. You understand me? To the best of our ability. What's up with my partner, man?
Hey, man, listen, man, we back at it. You know what? When we first got on, you said we had no topic. That was my topic right there, the words of wisdom. And that's why I wanted to make sure that was the song I played. I thought about the song before. I said, man, because we've been gone for so long, life and the way the economy and the way the world is looking and how people out here struggling, this is the words of encouragement. Go get some money. You got to get up and go get it either way it go. So I was thinking, hey, this is what we got. Let's talk about it. Let's bring it to the table, man. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely. And here goes some words of encouragement. It's not, so my mom hit me one day and she was like, you know what, son, you are wealthy in wisdom. So the only form of wealth that most of the time people look at and give credit to is the man-made currency, because it controls so much of our everyday existence, the cost of living, the things that a person wants and even needs. keeping a roof over their head, putting food on the table, you know, those things now have a price tag that that price tag only continues to go up, the cost of living price tag, right? And so it becomes very easy, automatic to only focus on, worry about, stress about the wealth of man-made currency. And sometimes people forget, and they need subtle reminders, the wealth of wisdom, the wealth of self-respect, respect itself, you know, the wealth of a healthy spirit, healthy mind, healthy body. Like, you can be wealthy in other areas. That doesn't necessarily pay your bills.
Come on.
But even like the song said, it don't matter how many bills you pay for a lifetime, you ain't taking none of them bills with you. But, you know, your mind, your body, your spirit is something that is irreplaceable. So, you know, we want to get a handle on the man-made finances as well. However, in the meantime, in between time, pat yourself on the back for other areas you might be wealthy in.
Come on, man. What is the price of being wealthy in wisdom? A whole lot of trials and tribulations. A whole lot of ups and downs, a whole lot of experience, a lot of shit. I heard somebody say the other day, I read a quote, matter of fact, and the quote was like, just because I'm not giving you advice, I'm not giving you advice because I think I'm better than you. I'm giving you advice because I already did the dumb shit, and I'm just trying to stop you from making the same mistake. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what is the cost of being wealthy in wisdom? You know what I'm saying? Because, man, if a motherfucker can give you, if we can give you information and give you game or give you advice in an area that can help you, that means we already done took that road somewhere along down the journey that we went on. And it's and we done made mistakes and stumbled. So if I can say, hey, when you get to the third block, jump it, because it sink in a little bit, or it's really just a fake block, and it helps you jump over something instead of falling into a pit trap that already done been in. You know, that ain't me thinking I'm better than you. That's me saying, hey, let me help you out, young brother, young sister, so you don't make the same mistake I made, because you know, I've been there before. So
and in addition to that, you know, the cost of wisdom is also, you know, the blessing of that wisdom is, and the measure of wisdom, I guess I should say, is the ability to be able to understand the difference between take the experience and make it something that you have learned from, to where you can teach somebody else, because you can't teach nobody else unless you actually learn from it. You know what I mean? Because it's people who may have had similar or same experiences at that third block, and they sunk in, and then when they get to they go 3 more blocks, they sinking into the same shit over and over again. And so they haven't even learned from their own experiences. So wisdom is the ability to put your best, you know, your best actions in action, but also wise enough to learn from past mistakes so that you learn from them and don't repeat them. You know what I mean? So that's why wisdom is something worth being wealthy in.
I also heard Jay-Z. I heard Jay-Z say this the other day, and sometimes I hear certain little things, and they, like, you know, they stick with you, like, yeah, that's it right there. But Jay-Z said, things don't happen to you, they happen for you. Everything that we do is a lesson or a blessing, right? I mean, it may seem like the world is crashing in on you at a point. The world may be crumbling in on you, but in that crumble moment, the idea or the opportunity may present itself for your next blessing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can start feeling stagnant in what we're doing, man. I'm not moving nowhere, and it becomes repetitive. And then you start losing the drive and the motivation and the things that you had to push forward. And then everything starts crumbling in on you. And what happened is, in that stumble, in that crumble, because opportunity comes in chaos. So this is where the opportunity comes from, because now once you start losing everything, you go into survival mode, fight or flight. Am I finna run, or am I gonna fight for what I want? But sometimes in those moments, the idea, this is God's way of saying, hey, we need to get rid of some of this. We need to get rid of this, because I can't give you the next blessing that I got for you unless I remove what you're holding on to so desperately. And so that's where we got to start looking at everything. And that's one of the things we always teach, though, man. You know what I'm saying? The lessons, man, you got to learn from everything. What you like to say, the answer is in the problem. A
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
times
yeah.
the
Solution is
solution
always
is in
the
the
problem.
problem. Right. So
Yeah,
sometimes you may be looking at it and say, damn, everything fucked up
yeah,
or everything messed up. And then you find something else that's even more fruitful than what you was leaving behind. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's a pathway or segue to the next
yeah,
chapter for you. But we
yeah,
just got to stop looking. It's all about perspective. Stop looking at things in the negative kind of sense where it's like, damn, this fucked up. And
yeah,
start looking at it in a way like, how can I use this to better myself or propel me to the next thing?
yeah. And a lot of it, again, we going back to like bro was talking about get off your ass and get some money because all that he said so much in there, but at the end of that, he tied it all into money. And I think that's a lot of times, like they got the saying, it's the root of all evil and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's money being what it is. Especially, I live in America, so I don't know if it's different in other parts of the country. I don't, but I live in America, and in America, the way that money is always in my existence of growing up and what money is, it's always something that has a measure of how people feel. It
Mm.
actually affects their mood. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you could if you didn't have to stress off certain things that are attached to money, your mood would probably be better, right? The
Mm.
mood is only stressful because
Right.
not because you're not happy with who you are or
Right.
what you've done necessarily, but because you stressed about this got to get paid or that got to get paid or this is due or that, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
money becomes, or people are hungry, they want it, they got to eat, they ain't
Come
ate,
on.
they got to eat, so they got to do things, or then you have people who have wants, like they want things, they want to have, look at that nice car, well I want one of those too, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So these are all things that are attached to money. So money becomes this thing that at the end of the day, no matter how hard you work here or work there, if the money is not adding up to what a person needs it to add up to, it affects it has the ability to affect a person's happiness and joy and peace of mind.
So do you think the mindset, the scarcity of money, the scarcity of I don't have enough, it ain't gonna be enough to do this and do that. Do you think that's prohibiting us from making more money? You know, because you attract what you want. If you say I'm having a good day and
Mm-hmm,
you believe that,
mm-hmm,
then you have a good day. But
mm-hmm,
if you always live in this lack
mm-hmm,
mindset, I lack this, I don't
mm-hmm,
have enough of this, and again, like I told you before, man, money is energy. It's not real. It meant you can't hold on to it. We try to hold on to it because this is my last $20. I got to hold on to it. But how many of your last $20 you had
mm-hmm,
that you had to spend that you let go of? And guess what? Another one appeared. You
mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Another one came, and another one came, and another one came. But it's our lack of what happens when I can't, if I don't have enough. Damn, it's never enough.
Mm-hmm.
But you're getting by with what you have. So
Mm-hmm.
when you stop fearing losing, the money is meant to be spent,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now we may want sometimes what we want.
Be
It ain't
mindful how
enough
you
of
spend
it,
that shit. Yeah.
right? But you know, and sometimes you just can't spend it. But you can't be afraid to spend it either.
It's
You
paying
know,
bills, spending money.
hell yeah, just leaving your
No, no,
money.
no, no. I know that's the answer everybody gonna say.
Right,
But when you just said money is made to be spent,
right,
and that in there, we not, and correct me if I'm wrong, when we say money is made to be spent, we're not talking about on bills. When you say
right,
money is made to be spent, we're saying on what you choose to spend your money on.
right,
Bills is not a choice, really. You
right.
gotta pay these bills. You have to pay these bills, which may limit what you are able to spend your
Hmm.
money on that you would rather spend it on.
Yeah. And then you love the way you just said that because you want to spend your money and spend it on shit that's gonna make you happy. I know some people say money is like you say root to all evil, and then they say money can't make you happy. You can't buy happiness. No, but you can buy a lot of the shit that can make you happy.
that you would enjoy.
Yeah. So if you can go, you can't buy happiness, but if I can buy this trip and I'm gonna go out there and have a good time,
That's
I
a
enjoyed
memory I paid
myself.
for.
Yeah, you know what I'm
An
saying?
experience.
And at the end of the day, we can't take none of this shit with us.
Yeah.
And ain't none of us gonna be sitting over here on our deathbed thinking, damn, I should have worked another 40 hours.
Or paid that bill.
Or paid that damn light bill. Nobody's thinking that. Nobody, you thinking, damn, I should have went on that trip. Damn, I should have spent a little bit more time doing things that I want to do. I know a girl right now. She got a job, but she never works. I swear. And the jobs that she do work, they like the lowest jobs, but she's happy doing it. But she stays on more trips than I ever seen anybody go on. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, how the fuck do you keep going on trips and I never see you work? But she said, you can do it too. Just plan ahead, pay some here, pay some there, make sure you buy the shit that got everything included, and then get there. Like, she finds a way to enjoy her happiness. So if she passed away today, I'm pretty sure she would look and say, damn, I enjoyed my life. Like, she was telling me when she was in Africa, sending me pictures of her in Africa and shit. I ain't never seen Africa. I got some Africans in my family, if that's what you want to call it. But when you see people live like, and I'm gonna be honest, you know what I'm saying? When I know how hard I work, and then I see somebody ain't working as hard, it's like, damn, well, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Why you get to enjoy everything, and I'm over here slaving? But
that's your original question, though. Your original question was on this topic was, is it because people can find themselves overly concerned about or overly fearful about these things that, like the bills and things that have to be paid, that they might actually be, what's the word, perpetuating?
Right.
That existence to reoccur, as opposed to finding ways just to manage things better, including money, including time, including what they want to do. Okay, if you want to do this, what's your plan of doing it? Or is it just grind? Oh, this. And, it becomes, if you've always done something and you've never seen another way or been taught another way, you just know that way.
Right.
What else would you know until you teach yourself? And that goes back to the wisdom and you was talking about the third block. If somebody was to come along and say, bro, I see what you're doing. You could do this like this with the same shit that you're doing already. I feel you on that. But if it was just to do this, bro, I'm telling you, it will work. You're like, oh, for real? And then you do it, right? And so, like, for me, I believe that best practices in any arena can be applied to every arena. It's just having the know-how and recognition of, oh, the same thing I did over here that worked so great, I can bring that same type of energy, like you were talking about, and effort over here. I just have to recognize and be comfortable with this and not be so intimidated or frustrated or angry.
And eliminate that lack mindset.
Yeah, eliminate that
lack, because soon as and see, this the other part. This be the other part. This be the other part. And this shit gonna sound hella fucked up, right? But it's a true statement. People hate when they homeboys or they homegirls tell them something, give them a play, because they feel like they trying to jug, right? So, but if a stranger came up, it said the same thing that your partner or your homegirl just said, you will look at it like it's a golden goose. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, if we came from the same spot, nigga, and nigga, nigga, you finna get over, nigga. All right, man. That'll be a nigga mind. That'll be a person's mindset. But let this stranger come over here and be like, hey, look, let me show you something. Now this nigga might be scamming you. He might be scamming you. But because somebody else said it, you might take it more. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta learn to eliminate that lack mind. For me personally, I know, even though I would see an opportunity.
Yeah.
But it always, and maybe this is the right question, is the lack mindset there because we focus on the responsibilities. We focus on so much, this is my responsibility, this is my priority, this is, You know what I'm saying? Like you say, the bills ain't really spending money. That shit going either way it go. They don't even look for it. They come right out your account. They don't ever even touch your account. You see the number, and then you see the number. you see the number that hit it and the number that vanished. So none of it really stays there. You know what I'm saying? So is that the lack of, man, I gotta pay this because I know this shit gonna come out. And then you start questioning, well, how do I save? Well, it ain't enough here. And there goes that lack mindset again, because it ain't enough here. But then it goes to what you said again, because now we in grind. So are we grinding so much from fear of lack? Or are we grinding because we want more? Or are we grinding because it's never enough? Either way go, we grinding. But how do you separate the grind from the enjoyment of life? You know what I mean? How do you separate the two? Let me still enjoy life, but still keep this grind going at 100%. You can't do everything at 100% and really let it truly be 100%. You know what I'm saying? There's no way, because you're only one person. You can say, yeah, I'm gonna give 100% to this right here. But if you're gonna give 100% to this, that means I'm giving everything I got to this. How can I possibly give everything I got to this and to this when I'm only one person? That means it'll be 50-50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, I think that, planning ahead, like your homegirl said, is very important. Planning ahead for anything means that you have a plan. Right? So if somebody say, I'm planning ahead for this trip, it's not just that means that they have a plan, is what I'm saying. So if you plan ahead for a trip, it's not just selecting a date that's further out and say, I'm going to go on this trip. Then that's not planning ahead. Planning ahead is having a plan for this to make that actually happen, and how you're going to. It's already being done step by step, and then the trip happens once you complete each of those steps within the plan, right? As opposed to saying like, all right, next month I'm going out of town.
Right.
That's a future date, but that don't mean, and you're planning on you're planning on doing that, but what plan is in place to actually make that happen? And then when next month comes, if you haven't taken the necessary steps to execute the plan, then you're like, I'm gonna push that trip back.
So have a plan for the plan.
Don't just say you're planning to do something without actually having a plan in place.
Right.
A person can plan to do something. That just means it's an idea. But putting something into action requires action, right? So you got to have an actual plan in place. What I got from what you said, your homegirl said, is you can do it too. And what she does is she plans and she just does this, she does that. So she's executing an actual plan, not just saying she wants to do something.
Right.
And hope that she's able to do it because she plans on doing something that she wants to do. So I think with anything that has to do with time management, money management, anything that you want to accomplish, that especially if money is tight, the tighter the money, the better the planning has to be. The better the management, the management of time and money has to be. It can't be frivolous.
And you know what she told me too? What she told me was to see this be the Instagram and the internet be tricking people. It be tricking me, cause she said, how I do it is y'all think I'm spending a whole lot of money. She said, but my meal plan be included, so I ain't got to spend nothing. I'm sharing a room, so I ain't spending that much on the room. We splitting it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm already paying for my food, and I already pay for the trip in advance. So everything I need, I might just bring me a couple dollars to have to spend, but pretty much everything already paid for. So I ain't really out here trying to do hella much because everything is already paid for. So over that course of time, she probably might spend maybe $500. Now on Instagram, it look like you out here having the ball of your life, out here throwing big bread. But really, you done got your travel plan from Costco with 7 other people. So each cost of really everybody. You know, you know what I'm saying? Y'all done split the room, so the room was 500, but y'all done 250 this thing. So that was really $50 a month y'all done put away. Food plan, then ran, you know, another $300 or whatever, however much long, you know, another $50. So you just did $100 a month and got but you out here looking like you did good. And that's, you know what I'm saying? That's the plan within the plan, I guess. Have a plan to make a plan.
Yeah. Milestones along the way, things to check off, things that get you from point A to point B, or from idea to accomplishment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's and that can actually work for you. Like fitness, right? You'd be like, all right, a person's, let's say they want to run a mile and they ain't a long time. Well, I'm not gonna tell them to just go start running that mile as fast as they can. I'm gonna tell them to walk it first at a brisk pace that they're comfortable with. Find their baseline. You know, find that level where they can complete the mile at a comfortable rate where they're not struggling. And then once they complete the mile, okay, we got a baseline. We know you completed the mile. You were able, whether that's walking it, jogging it, whatever that is for them at that time. And now we can say, now we can set a goal. We can say, okay, you walked the mile and it took you 16 minutes. And our goal, you said your goal, you want to get down to a 9-minute mile. Okay. So what we're going to start doing is every time that you complete the mile successfully, week by week, what we'll do is increase your tempo, your pace, just by, if you're on a treadmill, just by a decimal point. So if you walked it at 4 miles an hour, next time we go walk it at 4.1. And then 4.2. And if you feel like you can jump from 4.2 to 4.4, we'll do that. And as we continue to do that, you'll improve your pace over time. And eventually you'll get to the pace that you need to be, which is like 5.5 miles an hour, I think it is, to run a 9-minute mile. But you put a plan in place with milestones, and those milestones are very important. They're equally important. Matter of fact, they're not important. They're a necessity. Because you don't get to there without the milestones, no pun intended, because we're talking about a mile, but you don't get there. So I think, and that's actually what I just said, that's something that I actually do when I'm working with individuals who want to start. I literally do that exact same thing with them when I'm taking somebody for a mile, exactly what I just said. But that's what I mean by taking best practices in any arena and applying. So now if we take that same mindset and we're comfortable enough to do it, we can apply that with planning for a trip or something. So, okay, instead of me trying to pay for this whole trip up front and making sure I got all the bread right now, okay, how much would the trip cost me if I did this and I had somebody go with me? All right, then that means now I got to put up $30 a week for however many weeks. So that means I can go on a trip on this day.
You know what? I'm finding myself to be more of a payment plan person now too. You know, where I used to think, man, let me have this bread so I can pay for this shit. But now, hey, let me give you this right here and give you this right, shoot you this real quick and do that, because what you just said right there on how you train people. You know what I'm saying, with the 4 to the 4.1 to the 4.2. Not only are they making improvements, but you're encouraging and giving encouragement. You know what I'm saying? They're feeling, and you feel after that, everybody want to see the progress. So that right there, that's an endorphin, right? A dopamine in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because now I see, man, oh, I just went to 4.2 and I did that kind of good. Even if it's a small step. All right, well, shit. And guess what? That's going to boost you to want to do a little bit more. So if you see, I just put this 50 down right here. Shit, and it didn't kill you. And the next weekend, I did another 50. Okay, shit, I'm almost damn near done. All right, hold on. The next time you might let me throw an extra little 7 on there real quick. Let me throw this little 10. I threw 60 this time. And before you know it, now you start learning a pattern, repetition. Now it's become muscle memory. I can start doing this. And you know what I'm saying? I think that for me, I got to start training myself for that, but I'm training myself that way now with baby steps. You know what I'm saying? With paying for little things, man. I want to change some of this stuff around here. Let me do this real quick and do that and do this. And mentally, tell you something, the other day, I've been saying to myself for the longest, I need to get a new refrigerator. I need a new refrigerator. I need a fucking refrigerator because every time I come open the damn thing, this latch come off, and I'm getting sick of this latch coming off. So I went up there. I went to go make me some hot links, I think, and the damn eye on the stove went off. It was for hella long, and it wouldn't get the right kind of fire that I was looking for. So I turned it off and used the other eye. So I waited. I went back a couple of days later, and I was trying to make me another hot link in the eye. It came on regular. Whoosh, and I'm like, okay, we back to normal. It just probably needed a breather. I don't know. And I looked back, and the eye was completely off, but my gas is still running. So I had to go turn it off, and then I went to the other eye. So now at this point, I'm thinking, fuck, I'm gonna have to fix this stuff. So let me see what's wrong with it. So me thinking, I'm damn MacGyver. Let me fix this stove. I lifted it up and started looking to see if I need to change the pilot. And I know I ain't got no bread for no damn stove right now. I need to get another refrigerator. So let me try to fix this real quick and see if it's something that I can replace myself. Well, I found the pilot, and I seen where it was going to the back, and I start reaching my hand back there to pull it out, and I finally unhooked it. And so I went back and I started looking to see if I can order this piece and get my stove running back to normal. Well, I tell you what happened. I didn't find the piece because I don't even know what the fuck the piece was. So I said, I'm gonna leave this shit alone. So I went to go back to the stove. I said, I'm just gonna use the other three eyes. I lift up the stove and I heard it go, and I was like, well, I got a little bit more room in the stove now, so maybe I can, wiggle it around. Let me turn on the other eye. The second eye didn't come on. Then I looked into the third eye, and that eye didn't come on. You know what I did? I lifted up the stove too high and broke all three of the gas lines. What a dumbass.
So instead of one working, not working, now all of them don't work.
So I called the lady, what you call the repair people. And I said, hey, I need y'all to come out here and look at my stove. How much is this gonna cost me? She said, well, it's gonna cost $145 for us to come out there and look at it. And if we tell you what's wrong with it, it's gonna be just the 145, and it's gonna be the 145. But if you let us fix it, we'll take off $80, and then whatever's wrong with it, then we'll just charge you that plus the come out fee. I said, well, let me ask you this. How much do this normally run somebody? What's the average cost? She said, I don't know. I said, what I'm trying to determine is it going to be better for me to go ahead and buy a new stove or me to have you come out here and fix it? Because I don't want to have you come out here and you're going to charge me $150 pretty much to look and say, oh, this is broken, or you need a new stove. When I could have just took that $150 and applied it to a new stove and get another 10 years out of it. And so she said, sir, I don't know. So I start calling around, and I swear, I told you I was looking for payment plans. I was trying to afterpay that motherfucker like a motherfucker. Let me afterpay this shit. But I couldn't find it. Well, I couldn't find it where they was going to let me afterpay it, without they trying to make me get their credit and all this shit. So then I started thinking, in chaos is where the opportunities come. Right. And I'm over here thinking, how the fuck I'm finna be feeding, you know what I'm saying, the house and shit, and I ain't got no damn stove. So, and I don't want to go spend hella money at Lowe's. They want damn near $1,200, $1,000 for this stove and all this shit. And then the stove that look reasonable, these motherfuckers not even gas. They electric. And I got a gas stove. Can't just swap that out. You know what I'm saying? So I started thinking, you know what I do? Every time you go in the mall, you always see one of them little outlet places. And I went in and I got a new stove. Reason I tell you that story, I ended up buying a new stove and it came out. But the reason I say that is my whole mindset was I need a refrigerator. I need a refrigerator. But this is what God will do. I'm planning for the refrigerator. But God put something else in there. I'm holding on to something. It's all energy. Money ain't real. You can't hold on to it. I still needed a replacement of something. And instead of trying to hold on to it for this, it had to be used for this. So I got a new stove and I got a new bed. You see what I'm saying? I was so stuck on one, but all this stuff was needed. So you can't focus on just this, and you got to have a plan to plan, but
Mm-hmm.
also be prepared for the unexpected. And just
Yeah.
know that this shit ain't all the shit gonna spend either way it go. $1, $20, $1,000,000 is all gonna spend.
Motherfuckers, and I mean, shit. It might. It's people who didn't had that,
Mm.
millions, and end up back at dollars.
Hmm.
So, that might be a more mentally tough thing to deal with than you know what I mean. Somebody who, so yeah, it's go coming and go depending on how you manage the flow. Like you said, it's a
Yeah.
flow. How you manage that flow. It's go come and it's go, and you got basically what you saying is things gonna always work out in your favor if you are a person of favor. You know what I
Come
mean?
on. Come on. I
But
like the way you put that.
yeah, let it work in your favor. You know what I mean? Don't fight it.
And
You
don't be
know what I mean?
afraid of it. That's Can't have that
Yeah,
lack
yeah,
mindset
yeah.
because you can't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's inevitable that you're going to be fearful of what I can't do or what I don't have. It's
Mm-hmm.
human nature. But you got to have enough faith in yourself to say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna figure it out."
Yeah,
Whether I believe I'm gonna get it done. Sometimes you just got to say, "Hell with it. It is what it is. I just got to do it." You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Hey,
How many times have it? But then again, how many times has it worked out though? Like where it was something and you're like, bro, and then it come together. You know what I mean? So, but that is very true. That is very true. But I can understand the wear and tear that can take on a person always having to be in that situation of, I know it's going to work out no matter what it looks like right now, right? That is a blessing to know, that to truly know, I know it's going to work out no matter what it looks like right now. But you know what else is a blessing?
what's that?
Not always having to be thinking, I know it's going to work out no matter what it looks like right now, because it's just working.
Come on, come on,
So
come
if
on.
the same person that deserves to have it work out for their greater good, no matter what it looks like, that person of favor, well, they're also uh, blessed enough and worthy enough to receive that same blessing of, it's working out.
Come on.
It's all coming together, and it doesn't always have to be a strenuous situation to test what you believe in, to test your faith, to test, uh, to test you. It can
Mm.
just be, it's working, and you can have peace. You can have a peace of mind. You can have your spirit at peace. You know what I mean? And you're worthy of that. You're worthy of wanting that, and you're worthy of having that. You know what I mean?
Man, I swear, it probably was last week. It probably was last week or the week before, bruh.
I'm
And,
worthy of
and,
that.
and
You need me.
man,
Yeah.
when that right there, and I remember when you first said it, man. One of my clients, she always say, "I'm worthy." When you ask her how she doing, and I swear the other day I
Yeah.
thought about that, like I'm worthy. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
worthy.
And
Yeah.
and that, that's why I love the name of your company, Train the Brain,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's because words have so much power.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another phrase that they always say, food for thought.
Yeah.
Food,
Words
this
of
is food
encouragement.
for thought. Right. And when you train your brain, right, when you
Mm-hmm.
train your mindset,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, to nourish your body, to feel your body, and the universe, it don't know no difference between playing and being serious. It just knows what you put out there.
Mm-hmm.
And we play a lot and say, "Oh, I'm this or I'm that," and that was my whoop, 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 or yo, you know what I'm saying? And we take these words that's being spewed out at us, and they can be toxic words,
Mm-hmm.
and we will digest them, and knowing that. we give nourishment to our body. If we give a nourishment to our body, I mean, we give a nourishment to what we put into our body. And what we put into our body, not just the water, the foods, and things like that, but the words that we're digesting, the words that we're putting into our body, and we're manifesting this. Because what we hear, we put back out, and then we act on it. If somebody say, "Man, you smart," you start feeling a little bit more intelligent with your words, and I can speak a little bit better. Let me say a little bit better. So now this is what you start to feeling. The more you hear, "Man, you intelligent, you smart, you intelligent." If somebody call you dumb or something, like, hey, no, you're dumb. But again, we're spewing, we're feeding negative words that poison word, and we're digesting this. So if we can train ourselves to not even be able to sustain the even hearing the negative words, you know what I'm saying? The and I don't mean like you know what I mean? Just like anything that doesn't build you up and feed you to push you in that direction that you're trying to go. If we can't sustain that and have that, then it's like eating a pork or meat to a vegetarian. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I don't want to put in my body.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's why train the brain and the body will follow. Food for thought. Feed yourself the right words, not just the right stuff that you put in your body. The right food and the right exercise gonna build you up and make you stronger. But the right foods mentally gonna build you up and make you stronger too. Because
what you consume, what you consume is still consumption, and like they say, food for thought. So, if you are able to say you don't eat a certain food and make that decision, and you don't put that in your body, you're also mentally, you got to be mentally strong enough to do it, just like you're mentally strong enough to reject putting certain things in your body, whether it's certain foods or certain drugs or whatever. You refuse those things. Well, you also have the same right and worthy of doing so to refuse the type of energy that you let come to you and into your mental space by way of words, right? You can also reject those and not consume those words that can impact a person negatively, right? You can let it doesn't have to impact you, because those words that are being spewed are not words that you receive from those individuals who try to, put those things out there. And it takes just that mental toughness to be able to not react, not accept, and also limit your exposure.
come on.
People will say, like, men can often say, if there's like if there's a woman or women that have them fucked up, for lack of they got them fucked up, they'll be like, man, I cut a female off that ain't feeding them the right energy in a relationship or friendship, whatever it is. They'd be like, boom. And then women can do the same thing. If a man is not feeding them the right energy and it's not building them up, they'd be like, I cut a dude off quick. You know what I mean? But a dude won't cut their partner off as fast. A woman won't cut her girlfriend off as fast. Unless they become in the practice of cutting people off. It's easy to say the opposite sex, but a person to have a dude to have a partner that really don't serve no purpose to their life, and is more of a negative energy type of person, but it's their partner, and they don't feel like it's harming them in any way, because it's their partner that's from over here, and they might tell jokes and laugh and all those things, but because that person may have more negative in their life than positive, it still serves no positive person to the individual who is a more positive, polished individual going in a direction that is opposite of where they might have known each other prior or how they met. Just because an individual is comfortable in different environments doesn't mean that they have to let all them environments into their personal space.
No.
You can be comfortable being in a building full of professionals that are on a higher level professionally than yourself, but you're comfortable being there and they are respectful of you being there. You're in the room for a reason. Everybody's in that room for a reason.
Come on.
That same individual could go and be in the projects and be comfortable in the projects and respected in the projects too. And if they speak or say something, they're comfortable. It ain't no issues. However, it doesn't mean that that individual has to take the bad of either one of those areas with them if they don't want to receive that, right?
Come on.
And they have the opportunity to continue to go in the direction that is best for them, whether that is going higher up in that corporate building, right? Building a corporate building of their own, going for rebuilding something within the hood and giving back, but not necessarily being in the streets themselves. You know what I mean? You have the right to do that, but you also have the right to cut off the energy that does not serve your purpose that you're building, whatever that may be.
Matter of fact, it's your responsibility to cut it off.
It is your responsibility to have the awareness of who you should be cutting off. It ain't got nothing to do with male or female. And there's a lot of people that's sitting around you. Got to cut off.
Got to cut them off. But like you said, when it's your friend, or because as you get older, your circles start getting smaller. I seen a dude did a study. I don't know if you've seen it, but he took 3 apples.
It feels good, by the way. It feels good, by the way. Don't forget your thought. It feels good, by the way. It feels good, by the way, to cut the people off that you're supposed to cut off.
It do, but it can leave you feeling guilty sometimes too. In the beginning, sometimes you gotta take that shot.
Yeah, well, that's the reason people don't always cut people off, because they without it, they subconscious, they feel guilty. That is, you and I can know a person that we be like, man, that motherfucker be tripping, bruh. But it's our partner, right? But we could be like, man, yeah, they always be tripping. And you won't even let that person necessarily be partners with other people because you know how this motherfucker is. But for whatever reason, you and I feel like this our partner because we know how to maneuver around this.
Right.
We know how to come in and check. We know how he gonna move. We know, but we'll tell other people, nah, bro, don't be, nah. We'll keep other people away from them. But we player enough, we strong enough, we able to conduct ourselves enough to be like, nah, this still my partner, right? Man, fuck. We supposed to cut that off too. If it's somebody that you and I can say, man, bro, be tripping like this, and then warn other people, we don't just because we built for it, we also built to walk away from it. What is we holding on to it for?
God damn, P, you just said some shit right there, and boy, I don't know, because I understood it, and I heard it, and I know it's your responsibility.
You know what I'm talking about. Some people might not be able to understand what I'm saying, but you.
But I know. But then you used a bunch of words right here that I think is telling. We know how to maneuver. Why should I have to be able to maneuver? Like, why can't you know what I'm saying? If I gotta warn somebody else about you, you know what I'm saying? Those is words that's saying, but I understand from the other part where it'd be like, but damn, I know why we sticking around, because nigga, if we ain't cool with you, who the fuck else gonna be cool with you? And we feel like we got a damn near. This is what happens, people. You damn near got to become a supervisor to a friend. Man, let me keep you over here because you're gonna get around somebody else and do some shit you ain't supposed to do. That's gonna get your ass in a lot more trouble that nobody gonna be able to get your ass. No. Hey, y'all stay over there. We can handle it. But this is where I was gonna go with this. What I was gonna tell you, I seen a dude do a study with 3 apples. He took 1 apple and he talked to it real good, bro. He was like, he took 1 apple and he talked to it real good, put it in in the bowl, talked real good to it, left it nice and shit, shined it up, cleaned it, and put it to the side. He took another apple and rinsed it off good and, put it in a nice little spot, and he left it. The third apple, bro, he was talking hella bad to it. You a rotten ass apple. You ain't the best apple. You ain't juicy. You ain't sweet. You ain't nothing. Like talking real nasty to the apple, right? And I know what you're thinking, like, nigga, why are you talking to the apples? But this was his point. He came back a week later or a couple days later, bro. The apple that he talked real good to stayed fresh. The apple that he treated real cool stayed good. The apple that he was talking real bad to, bro, the apple had started molding and shit. It started going real bad. You know what I'm saying? Where the apple wasn't good no more. And I'm thinking, fucking apple. But words have power. So if you could, that even if it's your friend and they joking, nigga, you okay with that weekend? Like that shit is start wearing you down. Even if you maneuvering around it and you know how to handle it, why do I gotta cope with the bullshit? Because even though I'm strong enough to handle it, because I'm built to handle it, why do I have to? Why is it my responsibility? Why am I obligated? And most importantly, why am I accepting it?
What apple do you want to be?
What apple do you want to be? You know what I'm saying? Do you want, and that's where you got to start saying, you know what? One bad apple ain't gonna destroy the whole bunch. But that bad apple might be my man. That's my partner though, man. I done grew up with this apple. We was right next to each other in the dirt. We came out the mud together. Yeah, but when you get high enough in the tree, you start looking down at the ground. And then you got to realize it's a whole lot of rotten apples down there. But I'm up here. Man. Now, guess what? You think the apple down at the ground is looking up saying, man, that motherfucker up there thinking, here, he showed when she was down here with us.
Bet you wish you was a rotten apple.
Yeah. Bet them squirrels ain't fucking with you up there. Where we down here where the party at? We down here with Earthworm Jim and shit, you know. Yeah. No, the higher you get up, you gotta leave people behind, but we gotta start making sure what we putting into our body is not just what we're putting into our body, but making sure ain't nobody else. We're not allowing nobody else to put shit into our bodies.
Because you're worthy.
Because you're worthy. And you deserve every piece of happiness and blessings and good stuff that can be poured into you. Don't nobody want to go drink a cup full of poison.
Even if it come from another person that you have so much respect, hope, and love for somebody that don't have the same hope and respect and love for your well-being because they are a bad apple.
Come on.
So they just happy that you accept them as a bad apple.
Come on.
They feel happy to have people who accept them as a bad apple. But if we accept the bad apple, are we doing them any favors?
Man. Are we hurting them more?
That's what I mean by are we doing them any favors? Now, not only you don't want a bad apple to be around a person that doesn't want that to seep on them, right? But also, if you call yourself being a friend to a bad apple, but accepting that they are a bad apple and allowing them to just be that bad apple, is that not hindering?
Are you really a friend to yourself?
And is that not hindering them?
It's hindering them, and it's shackling you.
Yes, exactly. And that's why you gotta.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Pete? You gotta let it hammer around right off the gate.
Yeah, and sometimes, but see, this is the thing. You may not have been mentally mature enough to know out the gate. You may not have been there yet yourself. That's the point.
Come on.
But when you get there, now's the time.
Come on.
It don't matter.
That's what make it harder. That's what make it harder, though.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna make it harder.
Yes, but this is what I'm speaking though. That's the point. When you get there, now's the time. No matter how hard you might think it is, because it's only hard until you put it into practice.
Come on.
It's only hard until you get comfortable doing it.
And then you ain't gonna feel guilty for the moment that you did it.
It's only hard running them out until you start running them every day.
Come on.
It's only hard doing 20 push-ups every day instead of doing 20 push-ups every day.
Come on.
It's only hard until you put it into practice.
Mm.
It's only hard learning how to ride a bike until you doing popping wheelies on that mode.
Mm. Come on.
What's good in one arena can be applied to any arena if you are ready to apply it.
Mm.
And if you have the actual recognition that it should be applied here, like, oh, so me personally, speaking from personal experience, of current experience, right now in real time, this is the cutoff season.
Mm.
I am healthily and respectfully cutting people that need
Without
to be
saying
cut
no
off.
names, how many people you cutting off?
Right now is one.
He had it in mind. I know who I'm cutting off right now. I don't
In
even
real
give
time. In
I
real
don't
time.
even give enough people. Is it a family member?
No.
Because a lot of times family be the one too, but with family you learn. He said nope. Hey, it be
No.
like that
But
because sometimes you.
But in real time. And so I'm saying, for me, we talk about experience. All these things that I talk about on here, or I talk about when I'm training somebody, or it's all experience and things that I feel like, oh, I just unlocked that. I unlocked this better potential, and then I feel enlightened and happy and like, oh my, now shit, I'm gonna put this into practice, and this is what part of what's been holding me back and not allowing me to go in the area where I feel like I should be going. So now I'm about to go to that area. I'm getting closer because I gotta make some changes where the changes need to be made for the better. For the better. Changes for the better.
Hey,
and
Pete,
right now it's that cutoff.
That's been my best practice for years.
Oh, cut off.
Because listen, because for real, when you've been through so much stuff, man, when you go through so much stuff with people, and you can be, again, we come from an era where if we grow up together, man, we all stick together, and we feel like man, we friends for life, and this shit gonna be, and life changes. You know what I'm saying? And you still got to do what's best for you in your life at all times. And a lot of times, like you say, man, you just got to cut people off. And a lot of times we maneuvering around people and we don't really feel comfortable there no more. And sometimes you get too big for the room that you're in. And that ain't mean like an ego stature, but I don't want to be around people that constantly want to put me down or want to try to joke on me, or, you know what I'm saying? When I come into a room and I talk to people, I try to be most positive person that I want. When you leave me, if we had the opportunity to speak, I hope that you took something from me that said, I'm glad I talked to Case. I'm glad I spoke with dude. You know what I'm saying? Dude gave me some real game today. Matter of fact, one of my folks called me the other day. He said, Casey, I just wanted to call you and tell you thank you, bro. He said, listen, I talk to a lot of people. He say, bro, and I start going through my phone to see who I can call to be to just kind of give me some good feedback, bro, and be positive. He said, bro, and I ain't gonna lie, you the only person in my phone that I can call that's always giving me positive advice, bro, and you know what I'm saying, being positive, even when things be bad. And I said, hey man, listen, there's too much negativity going on for me to spew it to you, for me to get that to you. I want to see us all uplifting, and that's the kind of people I want to talk to. You know what I'm saying? People who give positivity, man. It's already enough crap we deal with. And if I got to sit over here and maneuver, wonder if I can trust you at my house, you know what I'm saying? Wonder if you go around with these next few couple of our supposedly partners, or am I gonna hear you saying something hella negative about me, or somebody that got back, or I can't really trust what I say to you because you might go tell so and so what I said to you. You know what I'm saying? Like if I gotta have these questions, then I don't really need it by me because I value my peace more than I value a friendship. You know what I'm saying? And as grown-ups, friends understand that, nigga, we grown-ups.
Yeah.
I might not talk to you Shit, me and you ain't did a podcast in damn almost 9 months. Don't mean we ain't gonna do our podcast.
And you said something, Casey, because you're right. I've been, and my moms can tell you this, and the people who know, I've been cut off I'm talking about a whole lineage of
Nigga said a lineage.
So when you said that, I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't cut off a whole. They know it. They can't even talk to me. But what I'm cutting off now, to be more precise, is a lifestyle and familiarity of certain. Like I was talking about, being comfortable in a corporate environment or in any environment. I think sometimes for me, like you say for yourself, for me, being able, and I'm a player, right? So being able to be comfortable in any environment, sometimes you got, just because you're able to be comfortable in the environment doesn't mean that you have to be part of the environment or comfortable with the environment, so comfortable that the environment is consistently around you when it serves no purpose to you.
Come on.
So it's not just the person, and it's not really them, it's me, right?
Come on.
It's me and the lifestyle that I have to completely cut off. And it might just be a person who is representing that lifestyle that I'm cutting off. So they just part of that whole cutoff. But it's the familiarity and the ability to be comfortable in any environment that you got to be careful what you are comfortable with. And just because you're comfortable and able to be comfortable in that environment, don't be comfortable with it being part of your life.
So you outgrew your room. You outgrew the room.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. When you were saying that, that's what made me say, oh, hold on, let me specify what I'm talking about. Not just cutting off people, because I'm telling you, but I didn't, what?
And they said, I cut off a whole lineage.
But I'm talking about what? Well, it ain't even,
man.
they easy. But now, more importantly, leveling up and understanding the difference between having the ability to be comfortable in any environment, but recognizing the opposite, the good and the bad of that. Don't allow environments to be part of your life when they serve no purpose to you, just because you're comfortable being anywhere.
Right. Because the uncomfortable rooms is the rooms that's designed for you now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you're familiar, that mean I already been here too long.
Yeah.
I've learned what I needed to learn here. There's nothing more for me to do here. You know what I'm saying? Other than me sitting here and looking at the same thing. I know what's going to be here when I get here. What somebody said, man, everything that's outside going to still be outside.
Yeah.
When you get back out there.
Yeah.
But sometimes you want to go to another spot and you need to level up. And I don't need to sit here with y'all to know what's going on here. And you know what I'm saying? So I understand what you mean. Sometimes you just gotta instead of removing y'all, I'm gonna remove me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that I don't fuck with you. It's just right now, this ain't the season for me to be rocking with you. You know what I'm saying?
And where I'm going, and where I'm worthy of going to, it won't. I don't have the room to play with it.
Come on.
I gotta go 100% this way. If I'm gonna go this way, I gotta go 100%.
And you know you can't go 100% that way and still go 100% that way.
Or 70-30, it ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it, because if you gonna find, if your trajectory is up there and you still looking back here, that means you holding yourself hostage because you're maneuvering. I know how to maneuver with this on, so I can fuck that. If you shooting high and you going to the stars, then you take your ass to the stars and you leave everything behind you, because an eagle flies way up here. Pigeons stay down here. So if you're gonna be the best thing that you're gonna be, or if somebody else want to come kick it with you, they don't need to meet you down here. They need to come up here to where you at. Ain't that the song? Get on my level.
Yeah. So that's what time it is, man. That's what time it is. That's what time it is.
Hey.
You know, I'm 100% going in the direction where hear my calling and see myself going. And it doesn't even matter to me what I've been comfortable with in the past. It doesn't matter that what I grew up, all that does not matter to me right now. The only thing that matters to me right now is how far I can go.
That's right.
Because it's where I'm supposed to go. And anything that's not, I don't see it over here, I don't see it. I don't want to see it. I'm cool.
You know what's so crazy? Because in these last few months that we ain't been on our show, bro, the same shit that you saying, like bro, it's been happening to me. It's been happening to me. And right now I'm more so focused on my mental. That's why I was saying, you know, we got to make sure what we putting into ourselves and what we allowing ourselves to because for me, it's been more mental. You know what I'm saying? How can I get my mental back right and not allowing other people to steal my peace? And knowing how to reclaim my energy. Now I tell God and talk to God. I reclaim my energy. I reclaim my peace. I reclaim my time.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm reclaiming what's mine because for so long we're maneuvering.
Yeah.
How long do we have to maneuver around friendships? How long do we have to maneuver around bills? How long do we have to maneuver around our choices because we're comfortable maneuvering? How long do we feel like we got to settle for less than what we're worthy of? We got to make sure that we are, as this shirt say, believing in who we are, with or without the audience. We got to make sure that we are content enough with who we are, with or without the audience, with or without the friendships, because we spend too many days of our lives maneuvering.
Not no more.
Not no more. Not no more. Now we're walking in our purpose, in our vision, because guess what? I'm not going to let somebody else project their fears onto me, and then I adopt them. You know what I'm saying? Man, you can't do that because I already did it and I couldn't do it. Well, you couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to adopt that. But a lot of times we're just maneuvering. We're being forced, spoon-fed. We're being spoon-fed unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy thoughts, unhealthy words, even to the food. And we still consume the food. We don't even know. I think it's probably about time we start speaking good to our food before we cook it. You sure gonna be delicious. You know what I'm saying? Because what we put into our bodies is not just feeding our stomachs. It has to feed our mind, body, and spirit. We got to feed all this. And if rooms that we're outgrowing is becoming too toxic for our spirit, then we need a spiritual cleansing. We gotta remove ourselves from it. It ain't that I don't like you. I just don't like this environment no more.
It ain't for me.
It ain't for me. And guess what? I'm not gonna feel bad when I leave it.
I feel great.
I'm gonna feel great. Now it might sting right before you walk out the door. Like, damn.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Rip it off.
Rip it off. It's all good. Just rip it off.
Hey, nigga, you over that room.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
He over the room. I'm like fucking with them motherfuckers. Fuck that Band-Aid.
Rip that motherfucker off. It feels great, man. Come on ahead, man. Keep the motion going in the right way. Yeah, I gotta scram because I gotta.
Man, hey, listen, man.
But
hey, I think Saturdays might be the better day.
For sure.
I think Saturday, at the way my schedule be working right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like this time right here is a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Let's push again for next week. I don't know how it's gonna go, but let's push again because it's about time for season 3 to get back kicking.
We'll tap in and I'll replay this episode back because this episode from top to bottom, I don't know how we do it. We didn't have no topics. We didn't have nothing. You know, God just speaking through us, universe speaking to us, and we just able to come and connect and tie it all in from top to bottom. We able to tie it in and make a connection to what we wanted to say, even from the music choice that you chose today. Words of not words of wisdom,
words of encouragement.
And these are words of encouragement. This right here, this segment, and one of the things that you always want it to be was therapeutic.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like a session of therapy, just chopped up his game. You know what I mean? And so being able to present that in the way that we just presented it is golden. So this is one of those ones that you got to replay. You got to catch the episode and just replay it and catch the game, catch the jewels, and catch the therapy that's being given. And that's what really this is all about. So, you know, sometimes we take time to come back and give and make our time more than worth it with what we about to give you. You know what I mean? We took time and went off and doing the things that we need to do and working through what we need to work through.
Mm-hmm.
But man, when we come back, man, it's like we ain't miss a step. So, you know.
Season 3 premiere. Season 3 premiere, man. Hey, well, hey, how the shows be coming on, P? This is the season 3, but it's on a new day, new time, but we here.
Saturdays.
Come on, man.
Season 3 now coming to you on Saturdays. Tap in next Saturday. And
hey man, we back, man. Hey, I needed this.
Yeah,
I needed it, man, for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
This be my therapy. You know what I'm saying? But I've been putting myself in a happy space, man. I see you have too.
Yeah, for sure.
And if y'all always see P coming with it right now for y'all already see it. He coming. I'm talking in the microphone like this motherfucker work.
Me too. Man, this shit is pop.
Hey, man, season 3, man. Season 3, man. Hey, man, we're going to be back on, man, next week, man. Hey,
man.
Hey.
So make sure, you know, y'all replay this episode. That is KC, Coach P, man, and we coming to you with season 3. We will see everybody next week. And, yeah, man.
Hey, I'm glad we did this, brother. I'm going to see you on Saturday, bro. I don't know. I got a new phone, so I don't know how to work it. All right, in a minute.
I got it.